Hi, I'm Jennifer Watt from the agency, and Mitch and I in recent times have been talking to our children about buying their first home, and we realised that there's a lot of confusing information out there, so we've made this brief guide just to help you through the process if you're looking at buying your first home. So the first place to look at, or the first place to start, really is by saving. The more money you can save, the bigger the deposit you've got, then the better off that you're actually going to be. So, and then obviously from there you need to go and see your broker or your bank and work through your finance side of things. So they will tell you how much you can borrow and let you know what your obligations are going to be. So at that point, obviously, you will need to set a budget. And obviously within that budget, make sure that you do allow for the fact that interest rates do fluctuate, and you do have maintenance costs, insurance costs, rates, and all that side of things as well. So make sure that you allow for those expenses. So next thing, start with your lists. List your needs and list your wants. You may need a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. You might want a swimming pool and ducted air conditioning. But sometimes, obviously, if you're going to stick within your budget, you will actually need to compromise just a little bit. So just allow for that. So next thing is choosing an area you actually want to live. Generally, most people will choose an area because it's where they work, it's where their life is, it's where their kids go to school, all that side of things. So just work out, obviously, an area that you can afford that you'd like to live in. So then start your research. You can look on online, on REWA, on Domain, on realestate.com.au. All of those will have the properties that are in your area you're looking for, and also in the price range you want. So once you've got a bit of an idea of what you're looking at, then actually get in the car and start driving around, go and having a look. You can actually start looking at properties through one agent as opposed to using obviously a number of agents to look at properties. But obviously if you want to just go through Home Opens and start looking at properties through that way, then obviously make sure you score them out of 10. So because if a property doesn't come above 7 or 8, then you're probably not going to want to go back to it. So and jot down some notes about it that you either like or don't like. So that's the easiest way. Always remember though to make sure your head is ruling your heart, because obviously if you just get emotional and then end up blowing out your budget entirely, then you can regret it, and obviously it's logic to lose common sense because you're spending a lot of money buying a house. Something to keep in mind is if you're looking at buying a unit, then strata fees will often be involved, so you need to know what they are and again allow for them and budget for them. And obviously when you find the property that you fall in love with and you really love, then it comes down to making an offer. Now an offer is always made in writing. So your agent will actually put your offer in writing. They will need to know obviously the conditions that you want on your offer. Those conditions are normally a termite clearance, everything being in working order, and a building inspection report, and also how much you're wanting to offer, how much deposit that you're going to be putting down, and your finance situation. So that will all be put in the offer. The agent will then take your offer to the seller, and the seller will do one of 3 things. They will either accept your offer, they'll either reject your offer, or alternatively they will counter your offer. Now when a seller counters your offer, what that means is they will amend the contract to what they want. So normally that will involve either the price or settlement terms and just things like that. So so once an offer is agreed to by both parties, then it is binding by both parties. So that's obviously time for yay, everybody's celebrating, and then you actually give a copy of your contract to your finance broker, who will then start the finance process. Finance normally takes about 3-4 weeks. And obviously through that process it is a bit of a waiting game, but once you've got your finance approval in, then obviously the rest of the conditions are generally satisfied. So normally you will get on obviously with organising a termite clearance. Your agent will help you with that. Your building and structural report, again your agent can help you with that, and you'll also organise things like your insurance for the property, organising for your power to be connected, your post to be redirected, and all those sorts of things as well. Obviously about a week prior to settlement, you'll normally do a final inspection where you will satisfy that everything is in working order, and then it actually gets to settlement. Now, the beauty of settlement is you don't actually have to really do anything. You just sit back and it just happens. Your agent and your real estate agent, your settlement agent, and your bank will all liaise and get all that sorted. So at settlement, obviously, they'll give you a call. Hey, it's all gone through. You don't necessarily get your keys at settlement. Sometimes, obviously, it will be noon the following day if the property's owner occupied before you can actually have your keys. So, but then obviously you've got your keys, move in and start living your life to the full. So, yeah, if you need any help whatsoever in going through this process, or a guide or any further information on anything, then we do have a guide available, and yeah, we'd love to be able to help you out further. So just give either myself or Mitch a call, and best of luck, as in with obviously the whole buying process. So thank you very much, Jennifer, the agency. Cheers, bye.